Hello folks, this is my video audition for the live channel stream of the Archlord Sound of Chantra event. I am VLJustice and this is my character, Mashed. As you can see, I'm level 120, which is the highest level at the moment. My class is a Dragon Sign, and I play on Zion server, so I'll log in now. Bingo. Okay, so in this video I'll be doing a tour of Heaven Hell, which is one of the new lands that has been brought out, and hopefully killing the enemies that are in there, if there is any. Okay, so in we go. Okay. Well, the first thing to remember when going through the portal is that you must wear either Elite Armor, which is purple, or Heaven Hell Armor, which is blue. As you can see, the writing there is blue. I was wearing this Chaotic Frontier skirt, which is green, so just switch that over to my blue Heaven Hell, and I should be able to enter then. Perfect. Okay, as you can note, the pots are also different, which are Heaven Hell pots. Okay, transform myself and buff up. Okay, the first area is the Flames of Hell. This is the area with the lowest level of mobs, that being these mobs here. Level 95, Flame Knights. Those are the lowest level mobs in this area. All the mobs in the area do fire damage, so resist to fire is always most useful. Right, as you can see here, the Cry of Fury, it is a boss mob. These boss mobs take quite a long time to kill, but they do drop items for armor, well, for making Heaven and Hell armor, so making the hats or the gloves or even weapons, which are my sun weapons are here. Okay. There is another one, and another one. The level of the mobs gets higher as you go through, so it's level 99 already, that one. It's always best not to get stuck on walls and things, because it takes a lot longer to get through. Mobs do debuffs on you, so the knights, I'm not sure what they do because I didn't really grind here, but the mages, they do cast and cooldown debuff, which is really annoying for casters. These are some quite cool looking mobs, and you should always beware of the looters because they do a damage over time attack, which is continuous for 7 seconds, I think, and it does 1,000 damage per second. So if you don't have a lot of HP or very good pots, then it will kill you. They are very strong. Hunters have a cure ability, so they can obviously just get rid of the debuff. If I can get it on me, I'll show you what it does. There we are. I have the continuous fire elemental damage on me, and as you can see, the 1,000 damage taking down my HP. Luckily I have some pots on to keep it up at the moment, so I will survive that one. This now is the Bloodline of Life, which is the second area. Here the mobs do water damage, and there are different debuffs here compared to the fire zone. The most notable debuff is the major debuff here, which is anti-magic. Now that takes away all your buffs. As you can see, I just lost all my buffs there, which is quite useful because then I will be able to get onto my mount in a moment. I have now just got another damage over time debuff on me. That is from this boss mob, the Cry of Silence. Now that is a more powerful damage over time than the looters, so yeah, just keep away from that one as well if you don't have a lot of HP. Right, now I'm on my mount, so things can get speeded up a little bit. Yeah, so keep away from the mages unless you pull them with a skill, because if you pull them with a skill they won't anti-magic you, but if you miss that then it will, and you'll lose all your buffs and you might die, which happened to me, but we won't go there. Anyway, I'll just keep on running because it is quite a long area to have to run through. The hunters here reduce your all stats, so all your HP will reduce, and yeah, so it'd be harder to grind. As you can see, the level of the mobs is still increasing, 109 there. It's a bit of a maze if you're first doing it, but it gets relatively straightforward. As you can see through the map, it's just a big winding path. We are coming to the end of the Bloodline of Life now, which is the water zone. So you should keep your elemental resistances quite high, as that's the main resistance toward these mobs here. A casting cooldown debuff there. Now we're entering the Blade Storm Mountain, which is the final area with the most difficult mobs, so 111, 112, etc, etc. The mobs in this area do air damage, and these knights here, they debuff you, which prevents you from normal attacking, so knights and swashes can't normal attack. The archers prevent you from doing any sort of skills, which can be quite annoying for casters, whether you're grinding the mobs or running through this zone killing someone. When you get an archer thing on you, it's really annoying. So even I try to stay away from the archers because I just have to wait until they come off. The boss mob in this area is the Cry of Pain, which is the most difficult boss. If I remember right, it's got a stun. I'm not too sure because I don't go fighting them that often. Yeah, okay, we'll just keep on running. Oh, there it is, there's the Cry of Pain in all its glory. This is a much shorter area than the water zone, which seems to always take forever and ever to run through. Blade Robbers is a level 117, and the highest level mobs that are not a boss mob, they stun. Now that can cause problems with people who do not have stun resist. So for example, when I was grinding, it was quite a pain in the arse, really, having to stop being stunned and wait for the stun to run off to continue grinding. Swashes and knights, they're fine because they don't get stunned. So anyway, we're reaching the end of Heaven Hell. Here is the last spot of grinding. There are a good 3 or 4 pulls here, and this is where I leveled. This absolute great spot. Now I'm being stunned, so as you can see I can't move for a while, which gets quite annoying when you're grinding. You don't want to be standing around. Anyway, we are now coming up toward the portal, which puts you and your party into an instance when you get to kill 4 lots of mobs and bosses. Then you reach the final boss. There you receive many heaven fragments for making armors and weapons, and it's just the thing to head on to at the end of the game. Anyway, I'll not go in, as I think people are already in there, and it'll take quite a long time. So thank you for listening and watching, and catch you later, folks.